Hey, gorgeous. Back in here for the first time in a while. Sorry about the lighting, but our room is a disaster, so this is where it's gonna be. It is the day before the wedding, and wow, it's it's pretty crazy what's like just happened in the last couple days since I filmed last. Like I had my boudoir shoot. I actually didn't mention it the day of the last video I posted was when the boudoir shoot was, and it was all the other stuff I said. I just totally spaced on it, but it was a great experience. I highly recommend a boudoir shoot. I even I didn't hire like an actual, well, okay. So you can hire someone who's like does boudoir only basically, and those packages are very expensive, which, you know, give it's their work and that's like how they make their money and they're very good at it, and they have like sometimes they have like closets to rent stuff out of. And I was originally going to do that, but then I found a photographer. She was actually close to like where I worked, which didn't really matter because I'm not currently working this week. But she she did packages where she does like other stuff. She does weddings, she does boudoir, she does family photo shoots, she does baby photo shoots. Like she's kind of everything. So her prices were more reasonable because she can book more things, you know, like sort of makes sense. Cause if you're dipping your toes in other areas, you have more like, you can charge cheaper prices because you're making more income from various things. And she was a really good photographer. Honestly, I haven't got my pictures back yet because it was only a couple days ago, but I was really comfortable with it. It was really fun. I brought my own outfit, so that was one thing. I did my own hair and makeup, which was another reason, you know, it was a little cheaper because I just did those things myself. But it was, she knew what she was doing. One thing I regret is she mentioned too, and I knew this and I totally spaced on it, but my glasses have like the blue light blockers. And she mentioned in a couple of photos there's like a kind of bluish, yellowish tint in my frames. And she said, I'm really sorry, that's just kind of how they are. Do you want to take your glasses off? Do you want to keep them on? And I opted to keep them on because I don't know, I've had them for so long. I don't feel like me without my glasses. I've never worn contacts even once. So it just felt like, oh, I'll just keep wearing them. And if there's a glare, there's a glare. But I specifically bought glasses for tomorrow, and I got them same frames, but like these frames have a chip in them too. So I got new frames so they're one, not have a chip in them, and two, without the blue light blocker for photos. So I was going to bring those with, totally spaced on it, but it is what it is. And I already have them packed for tomorrow, so I can't forget them tomorrow. It's funny too, I get my glasses through Zenny, and I got these, and I thought these chipped because I got those little like slide on sunglasses that go over them. Or at least that's what I thought because I ordered a new pair without the blue light blockers. But those also came with a scratch on them. But they were really helpful. I sent them a message like, hey, is there any way? Because usually sometimes it takes like 2 weeks to a month for them to come to get your glasses to you because they are cheaper glasses. That's why I use them. And they actually rushed me a new pair of glasses like for free that, and there were no chips on these glasses, and I was super stoked. And so those I just kept carefully wrapped in their like glasses cleaning cloth and in the case, so like nothing will happen to them, and I'm not going to put them on until a photographer gets there tomorrow. So that's done, and the boudoir shoot was great, which was how I originally started this conversation. And the glasses thing was the only real hiccup. Everything else was totally great, and she like reminded me to adjust my outfit because one outfit I got was like a little big on me, which I tried them on once and then I forgot about them, so I didn't really know that. So those pictures might not be the best, but we got a lot more of just like the other outfits. I even did one like, shh, don't tell Jake. I did one like topless one, like tasteful, like, you know, cover it up kind of thing. But I was like, he'll like that one. And yeah, it's a good experience. I've always wanted to do it because my mom did like a glamour shot on a cruise, and to me it was basically that, but, you know, a little more risque. And it was a confidence boost. I'm not the most confident person. I'm still the fake it till you make it mentality, but I was totally comfortable doing that, which was kind of astounding to me. But it was really nice. It was great. And I know Jake is happy about that too because he does want me to have more confidence as well. So it's a gift for both of us in the sense that we'll both get pictures, and we also both get like me being a little more confident of myself. I also finished packing like the car, everything. Well, not everything. We still have our bags in our room and a couple of like small things. Our plan for today, I'll just get to that real quick before I go back to what we've done this week. The plan for today is we've gotten like some errands done. Like I ran to the library, get some books and just little things around the house. my friend Chris is going to come. He's our officiant and a groomsman, and he's going to help us set up the rehearsal space. So, or not the rehearsal space, the reception space. So basically, him and his wife are going to come over. We're going to have lunch together, and then we're going to head over to the reception space, and him and my friend Sarah, another a bridesmaid, we're gonna all like get it all set up together. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. We plan to check into the hotel afterwards since it's right there and just like drop off stuff, like any extra stuff we have with us. We can't fit everything in the car, so like we can't like our bags, we can't drop those off. So we're just gonna do what we can, put that in our room and like actually be checked in, so then if we end up staying out later, at least we'll already have our room key and we can just like head on in instead of checking in late and it's just done. So we're gonna set up and then we're gonna come back home, grab more stuff, pack up the car a little bit more for the rehearsal dinner, go to the rehearsal dinner, and then we have to drop off the key to the park shelter because we got that the other day. We got a key to the park shelter yesterday morning, which I don't know if we super need it. I don't know if it's just for like the kitchen or if it's for the bathrooms as well, but we have it. So, and like if someone asks, they'll know that we're meant to be there because it says like the city's name on it and like we have it. So we got it, and we have to drop that off. We're supposed to have it back by tomorrow, but we're gonna be kind of busy tomorrow, so they have a drop box, so we can just have the dinner. Everybody leaves, we drop it off in the drop box, and then we're gonna come home again, take a shower, just like get prepped. It's always nice to just take a shower in your own house and get ready in your own home, and double like finish packing. So we're gonna pack some stuff beforehand, like a few extra snacks we have for the rehearsal dinner and like our bridesmaid and groomsmen gifts. And then we'll come back and we'll pack our actual luggage, double check that we have everything, especially since we'll be packing like 3 times today. Like, I feel like we'll come up with everything and we won't miss stuff. And then head to the hotel. And we don't have any plans for tonight, but we'll see. Like, I know some people are spending the night tonight. Like, I know my parents are coming. A couple of the bridesmaids and groomsmen are, but like quite a few like live in the area, so they're not gonna stay overnight. They're just gonna go home after the rehearsal dinner. So if anybody is around, we'll just hang out with them. That's our plan for today, and hopefully everything is just done, and all we have to do tomorrow is set up the ceremony space. If we forget anything at the reception space, set that up too, but it should all be done today, hopefully, and then we don't have to stress about it tomorrow. So back to what we've done. So I finished packing all the gifts. Like I put in like the little tissue paper and I put a little picture on top. I did a little mini video about how I made the name tag signs because I decided not to do thank you notes, and I'm going to save those for later, so I'll just leave that. I'll do that video separately. Sorry, this is a little crooked. I had this purse on a box and it started falling over, so I had to like redo everything. Oh, so you can't tell really, especially with the distance, but I got my attachments and buttons taken off for my Invisalign, so that's all ready for the wedding. I still have my aligners in. I have to wear the same ones because with Invisalign, I got rescanned. So I'm going to get another new set of trays because I've had my initial set of 40, which I didn't get all the way through. And then I had a second set of 27. And I'm currently on 17 of the 27. But they decided to scan my teeth because I only had 3 more trays that did something. And then I had 4 passive trays. And then I had 3 overcorrection trays. But they said they knew the 3 trays that did something would not be enough, because passive trays don't do anything, and I've never used overcorrection trays, so I don't know exactly. I'm assuming they move them more, so it's like, I don't know, overcorrected, whatever. But they just rescanned, they're like, we're gonna need more trays than that, so I'm gonna get new trays. I think on Halloween is when my next appointment is. So I'm gonna be stuck wearing this tray for a month, which is kind of a bummer. Last time I lucked out because I had passive trays, so I could just keep still switching my trays every week, and they were just stayed the same. But this was sort of, I mean, it was planned, but not like super far in advance, like of me getting these taken, like the refinements taken right now, or the rescan taken. So that's just kind of going to be the way it is. So I just got to take care of these super well. They gave me like a sample of a cleaning solution that I've started using. So hopefully that's helpful. And I'll be very happy to get new trays once those come in. The other issue is too, when you rescan, sometimes the trays take like a month to come in. So even if I wanted to get them sooner after the wedding, I'm just kind of stuck. And I'll eventually get the attachments back on, but it's nice to have them off for now. And I don't have rubber bands either, and I've had rubber bands the whole time, so it's very weird to not have rubber bands. But I like it. I've decided I'm just going to crouch in front of my camera because that lighting was driving me nuts. I also made a bunch of cookies. So I'm just making them I was originally thinking of favors, but that would have been too many. I don't think I could have handled that. I made a double batch of caramel apple cider cookies, which is a recipe I found ages ago, and I really love it. So I made a bunch of those for the rehearsal dinner. So just whoever comes to the rehearsal dinner is going to have those. And that took me a few hours. Jake thankfully helped me because this recipe, you kind of take little caramel bits and you shove them into the dough and like smush them together and then you bake them. And that part always takes me the longest. So Jake helped me out, so it was a lot quicker. And yeah, so that was like a big part of a day. We've been practicing making our Unity cocktail, which is, an excuse, but we did need to practice it. It has been helpful. I finished printing off everything. I printed off like all the timelines we needed. I printed off the photo list just in case. Printed off the ceremony script, and then I pasted it into our book. So we have our ceremony book all done, which is great because that was one thing I was kind of stressed about. But we went through the ceremony with our friend and everything sounded good. So I was like, okay, I printed it off and I pasted it in using double-sided tape, which is a lot better than glue. So if you have to paste anything on paper, I would highly suggest just putting double-sided tape around the edges and pushing it in. It's a little annoying when it sticks, but it doesn't give you the lumps and bumps that glue gives you, which can be super annoying. And I did not want that at all, and I was worried the pages would stick together with the glue, so that's what we ended up doing. I got my nails done. This is what I got. It's just like, I found this online, and it's just like all black, and then one really sparkly one. This isn't focusing very well. And then one like slightly sparkly one. So I got that on all my fingers to kind of differentiate it. I was a little disappointed because I don't know anything about about nails, and I should have done my research. I'm usually so good at doing my research, but this week for this I was not. So I asked my sister what to get because there's like dips and acrylics, and I just don't do this stuff. The last time was years ago, and even then I just think I got a coat of polish. I don't think I did anything fancy. So I asked what to get, and she said gel, and I said okay. But I'd gotten some like chipped some nails, so I'd cut them pretty short, and I thought that when they did nails, they always made them longer, but I think that's just acrylics. I still haven't done my research on it, but they just kind of painted the nail, like they just shaped and painted the nail I had, and I was a little disappointed. I was hoping to have more of like a longer square edge, all because my nails are normally longer, so it feels kind of like not me to have them be this short, but I can't really help it if my nails break, so that's how it is. I did also get like I was talking to I only went with my maid of honor, Brittany, just the two of us went, which was really nice. It was really hard to work other people's schedules around it too, especially on a Thursday night. So we just went together, but it was funny because I just got a manicure, she got a manicure and a pedicure. So I was hanging out talking to her while she got her nails done. And all of a sudden I'm like, man, my finger kind of hurts, and I looked and like my nail was just covered in blood. Like they I think nicked me with that like roller thing that they use to shape your nails. It's weird though because it wasn't bleeding earlier. It was fine the whole time I was getting the manicure, but then I'm just sitting there doing nothing. All of a sudden there's just blood in my whole nail bed. So I'm assuming it's fine. I kind of panicked about like getting an infection or something, but it looks okay today. It's not even really. It's a little red, but it's not terrible. But that's one of those little things I get concerned about. And we also, same night, it took so long, by the way. Like, we got there at 4:30, and I didn't leave until 7. I didn't realize nails took so long. Because after that, I ran home. I had a very late dinner, because I usually eat at 4:30. And then we went to Jake's parents' house so I could steam my dress, and Jake could steam his dress shirt. His mom actually had a really cool steamer. I've only ever seen handheld ones, but hers was like this whole, like a whole contraption. Like, it was basically, looked like the thing you use to sweep your carpets, except it just has like the one handle with a hose, and that's what you use to steam. Although I think I got a kink in the hose at one point because it was taking me a long time and like nothing was happening, and then I just kind of like moved it, and the like little tube moved, and all of a sudden it was like a lot louder. I was like, oh, okay. Now it's working. So got the dress all steamed. It's not 100% perfect, but it's 100% better than it was. So I'm taking it. And yeah, today's just been hanging out. We're waiting. My friend, like I said, Chris and his wife are coming real soon. It's so funny I say Chris and his wife because his wife Amanda was actually my friend first. I've met her first. She's been my friend since middle school, so I don't know why I keep saying Chris and his wife like she's not close to me, like she's closer than he is. But yeah, they're coming for lunch, and then we're gonna figure the rest out. And I'm very excited to have like most of this done. The day is almost here. And it's wild. It's funny too, because you think it's gonna be like this crazy crazy thing, but today is still just a normal day so far. I mean, not normal, but it doesn't feel any different, which maybe I just need to dampen my expectations of thinking it's going to be like the most special day ever. Everybody talks about it like, oh, it's the best day of your life. But honestly, it's just going to be a really good day. I'm going to get married and it's going to be awesome. And like, but the marriage part will probably be the more exciting bit than the actual day itself. Like, all of the mini moons and vacations and other things we plan to do will probably be the more exciting part. Although the tomorrow, after all the work we put into it, I'm sure it will also be great. Even though everyone keeps reminding me things will go wrong, and I'm still in denial. It's like, no, everything's gonna be perfect. Don't jinx me. But I'm gonna cut this off here because this position is not very good for my shoulders and back. So I'll see you on the flip side, I guess. I'll be in married life, or maybe we'll see if I remember to film tomorrow and I can have some footage of that, but who knows? Like I've mentioned, I'm terrible at remembering to take my phone out at moments that matter. So I'll see you when I'm a wife.